I know I just shook like hell. YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing well. I wanted to come in and check in with y'all and just bounce some things off of your brains because it's kind of been hectic over here. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and there's something really specific that's sort of been on my mind, and I didn't give this video a whole lot of thought before I turned the camera on, so my ability to articulate said thought might be somewhat compromised. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all about it. Again, as usual, I have to apologize for my absence. God willing, in the next couple of weeks, I will be starting school. I'm taking this coming week to do a whole lot of studying, and then I will hopefully be taking my entrance exam. And yeah, I'm doing it. It's time. It's really time. Like, it's probably past time. Well, overdue. You know what I mean. But it's gonna happen, so y'all just pray my strength. I desperately need it. And also, I just kind of wanted to give some time to let the We Happy Trans video marinate. It's been, Facebook with the noises, I can't. It's been incredibly well received, and it meant a lot to me to do, actually. It was a really kind of freeing, gratifying experience. And as I move into doing, or I guess representing myself more and being more open about my reality as a woman of trans experience, these sort of things are going to come up, and I really pray that they reach whomever they need to reach, even if it's just on the strength of, your own curiosity about my life and the journey it took to bring me where I am. So, here is what has been on my mind. First of all, I need to thank y'all. I need to thank those of you who have rocked with me for a good long time. Those of you who reached out on Twitter in the One Love Lounge, and right here on YouTube through the, inbox, sort of expressing your concerns about my family. As some of you know, or many of you who've been with me for a while know, and those of you who haven't been with me for that long are about to find out, I grew up in Boston, and that is where my family and my friends who became family are. And so the week of, well, in the week after the Boston Marathon bombing was incredibly scary and deluged with phone calls and texts and frantic attempts to make sure that everybody was okay. As y'all know now, I live in Kentucky, and so it was just really because the news is reporting on, and everybody has Watertown on their mind. But Watertown is not some space out there for me. Watertown was where I hung out when I was younger. Watertown, okay, when I was little, Watertown was known for two things. First of all, there were two malls that were across the street from each other, the Watertown Mall and the Arsenal Mall, and you either went to one or the other. And Watertown was known for Friendlies. There was a restaurant out there called Friendlies. It's really a New England thing. Like, if you don't know, you won't know. I don't even know if they're still in business now, but Friendlies was the answer. It was like a family restaurant that had the best ice cream sundaes, like the old school, old fashioned frosted glass ice cream sundaes that you have ever had. Like, long before the It Gets Better project, there were these sundaes, and having just one of them would make you, like, want to live another day. They were that good. I'm not lying. Tell a friend. So that was my Watertown experience. I know Watertown, and my mother lives maybe 15 minutes away from Watertown, And so it was super, like, it was so scary. And more than scary, you know, the feeling that I probably despise, or the emotion that I despise more than anything in this world, is helplessness. I am very good at tying on my cape and swooping down and rescuing and at least just doing whatever I can. And when you feel like your hands are so tied, when you want to be somewhere more than any place in the world that you can't be, just to be able to hold your loved ones and know that everybody is all right, it's not good. It is a lousy feeling. But thankfully, thanks be unto God, everybody is fine and accounted for and safe, and I'm just couldn't be more grateful. Um, and Yeah, I'm happy. Needless to say, I'm really happy. But now we're kind of coming into my thought process and the reason for this video. Other than just to say hi to y'all. It only took me 6+ minutes to get here. Yeah, this strap is going to fall down, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I have been giving a disproportionate amount of thought to Zubaidat Tsarnaeva. Zubaidat Tsarnaeva is the mother of Tamerlan and Johar Tsarnaev, the two men. Well, I think as of today, Johar has admitted his role, his participation in the bombing, so I won't even say accused, we'll just say the two Boston marathon bombers. And Zubaidat is their mother. And I guess it's just from my own experience as a mother to my own children, one of whom is living with me full time. Well, two are living full time with me. And y'all know these are not my biological kids. These are young people that I've, committed myself to helping in the rearing of. And of course thinking about my own mother, who again is, within easy driving distance of both ways, both where they were found in Watertown and actually in Copley Square, where the bombings took place. I mean, she's pretty, fairly of an equal distance between both of those two places. And so I've just been giving some thought to this woman. I mean, a lot of thought, like keeping me up at night thought, because I got a chance to hear a phone interview that she did. I don't know that it was with the BBC. It was somewhere in the UK, or with someone in the UK, where she just vehemently denied any wrongdoing. She espoused the praises of her children and that they are the antithesis of the kind of people that could commit this kind of act. And I was just trying, as I am wont to do, to put myself in the mindset of a woman who, in the span of 5 days, watched one of the lives that she brought forth into the world be snuffed out in a proverbial blaze of glory, and to have her other son, her baby, be vilified as a terrorist and is arguably one of the most hated men in America at this point. Hussein is dead, Bin Laden's dead, and now we've got this guy. And by no means am I necessarily equating the acts of those two, horrific individuals versus the acts of this 19-year-old person, but there are many who will. Because when it's all said and done, many were injured, lives were lost, people were in paroxysms of fear. It's very easy to kind of bridge the gap But again, I just wondered about this woman. And this was a woman who sent her sons to Cambridge, Orange, and Latin. Again, being Boston based, I have somewhat of a personal firsthand knowledge. Like, we used to play those that school in sports when I was in middle school. I just wonder what she must be going through. And I don't think it's necessarily of the popular opinion to feel some sense of compassion for this woman and her loss and the uh, you know mind-blowing, gut-wrenching realization that her children initiated this, and where that kind of misplaced nationalistic hatred can come from when these are children that you've raised, grew up in the same home and fed and clothed and hugged and cared for when they were sick. It's bothering me. It's really bothering me. And I'm just wondering if any of you if this has crossed your mind. I don't, we tend to be on the same page or similar pages on so many issues, and I just wonder if I'm the only one out there. Because as I was, frantic and crying and, you know, anxious and apoplectic as I was searching for, to secure the safety and to know the whereabouts of my own mother, I can't help but wonder if this woman, Zubaidat, went through something similar in terms of wondering about the safety and the location of her sons. And it's two different sides of what may, in my approximation, be the same coin. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. And I don't excuse the actions of Tamerlan and Johar. I don't. I don't think that anybody would. But I just wonder if anybody has walked up to this woman, Zubaida, and said, I'm sorry for your loss. And for whatever or however it all went wrong from one mother to another, your pain should not be dismissed. Your pain should be acknowledged and felt and heard because it's real. That's where my head is at. I would love to hear what you have to say on this issue. Rest in peace to the three victims of said bombing, including that little baby. God bless them. And just, God bless us all. It was incredibly scary. And I think that we're all in the healing process. But Boston, as I have always known Boston, will bounce back from this because that's how we do. So please let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe I'm just totally off base and not being patriotic enough, but it's just the way I feel. And I want to hear how you feel. With that being said, I will be back incredibly soon to talk to y'all. I love you, and as always, one love. And RIP to my nails because I really need them done. Later, y'all.